What's going on, guys? It's been a minute since I've showed up on this channel, and I know I look a little different than usual because my hair's gotten longer, which kind of sucks because I haven't gotten any chances to cut it because of this whole quarantine situation. But because we're all quarantined at home and there's really nothing else to do, I figured this would be a perfect time for me to make, or at least, you know, make some home videos, which is usually what I always do. Unfortunately though, I don't have any new skate footage, but hopefully I'll probably look back and see if I have any old ones, and I'll probably put it in this video because I know you guys haven't seen that in a minute. But anyways, I'm doing another board review today that I've been meaning to review for a long time now, and it's the Revive skateboard deck. This one in particular was the John Hill Pro model. This was his lightning. This was a lightning bolt series, I think. I can't remember what the graphic name was, but I've always been wanting to do a review on Revive boards. I've skated about 3 decks already from Revive, and so I figured it'd be a perfect time to finally review them and give you guys my final thoughts on these boards. So let's get to it. So I guess the first thing we're going to talk about is just kind of the pros of the deck. We'll just do like pros and cons of the board, really. So the first thing that I really liked about this deck was, one, they have really good pop, I would say. Even though the tail is pretty much kind of just like super razor tailed at this point, if I still skated this deck, it still popped pretty amazingly, I would say. So definitely one pro about this is that they have really good snap. Another thing I like about this board is just how light it is. To me, these are a lot lighter than other boards that I've skated, and they're, you know, I don't know, they just feel a lot lighter to me. Some people say they're heavier, but to me, I feel like they're a lot lighter, in my opinion. So it's another thing I like about it. Third thing I like about this board is its durability. This thing lasted me for about, I'd say, 3 or 4 months, which is usually like a really long time. Usually when I skate my boards, after like a month or after like 2 months or so, it kind of starts to lose its pop. This one kind of held its pop, and I personally think, you know, that's a really good thing because I am someone that doesn't like to switch boards every month. I hate wasting decks, and so for this guy, if I still skated this today, it would have been still good, but the problem is I cracked it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Cracked it right there. I got mad and I stomped on it one day. So yeah, that's pretty much the only reason why I stopped skating this board. Another thing I love about Revive skateboards is I love their graphics a lot. I'm personally a huge fan of like what they do and just like their style of their graphics. I just love their colorways, and they're just the best. So probably not important, but I figured I'd just state that. So another pro about this board is I love the way it's shaped. It has a nice, well, when you first get it, it has a really nice round nose, which is actually really beneficial for you because it catches your foot better when you do ollies, and it catches your foot better for flip tricks. So that's definitely another pro about this board, is just the way it's shaped. It's a nice round, well, like I said, when you first get it, it's a really nice round tail, a nice big round nose, and overall it's probably one of my favorite shapes on a board ever, so I love it. Alright, so now on to the cons of the board. The first con about this board is the graphic fades away very, very easily. So if you are someone who really likes to have their graphics last for like a really long time, I probably wouldn't recommend these. But I mean, either way, even if like the paint is very strong or not, either way the board will still get scratched up. But I know some people like to have their graphics last a little longer, but the Revive boards, they do wear down quicker, which is kind of funny because in some of the old line of boards, there was a point where they did have really strong paint and like it wouldn't fade away so easily, and then I guess they just stopped using that, or they kind of just vary it between their decks. That's really one of the cons about it, is it just wears the paint just kind of wears down really quick. So if you're not into that, I probably want to recommend these. Another con about this board is the concave. They do mention how it's like a medium concave. Now if you guys don't know what concave is, it's basically like this part right here where it kind of like comes up a little bit. I guess that's the best way to describe it. I really don't know. Its concave is really, they say it's a medium like concave, but to me it's a really flat concave, which I really can't skate that type of board. I need like a steep concave board, because this one was just a little too flat, and the problem with that is that I was missing a lot of my flip tricks. Not all the time, but like it just doesn't, the flick doesn't feel the same as if, you know, the other boards that I had where it's kind of like a full concave board. So that's another con about it. So anyways, back to the cons. There's really not much bad to say about these boards. They're really just the same as any other skateboard you would get on the market. Just, you know, every board brand is shaped differently, so I wouldn't really hate on Revive too much. I understand people only dislike Revive because of like the way they run their companies and just kind of like their overall vibe. I personally like it because it's really different from other companies. Usually when you look at other skateboard companies, it's just the same thing over and over again, and you know, I'm not really a fan of that. I prefer to see something. There's a B right there, oh my gosh. I prefer to see something different, just like Revive, which is why I always love to, you know, every once in a while purchase one of their boards. Usually I go get my boards at my local skate shop because it's important to support your local scene. So if you do have a local skate shop, please go to them and support them. But other than that, that's really all I have to say. There's really nothing bad about these decks. They're just like any other skateboard deck. Actually, I guess one thing I can say that's really bad about these is that they pressure crack so easily. I don't know if you guys can see that. All these stress cracks right here, they pressure crack very, very easily. So if you guys have shock pads, I highly recommend that you guys use them, because the pressure cracks actually went through like to the top layer, and out of all the boards that I've ever skated, it's never done anything like that before. So I guess that's really one con about it, is that they really pressure crack easily. And another thing is, you know, like I said, I know I said the durability was pretty good, but they do feel a little more mellow than other skateboard decks that I have ridden. So if you really like really solid skateboards, like I'm talking like super solid and not so like mellow feeling, these decks probably won't be for you. But they skated just as fine, they held up just fine for me. It's not that bad at all. There really isn't too much terrible things to say about these boards. They're really just the same as every other skateboard. They kind of do wear down quicker, but the durability is still like this would at least last you for like a month. That's really all I have to say about them. They're really not that bad. If you guys really want to go check them out and try it for yourself, go ahead, go for it, because everyone has a different opinion on certain things. It's just kind of my personal feel of these boards. But if you really want to know what they feel like, just go try them out, buy them. They're really not that bad. I'm telling you, it's not going to ruin your skateboarding or anything. If I give this a rating, I'd give it honestly an 8 out of 10, which is not bad, which is actually pretty good. I would definitely skate these boards again. That's really all I have to say. I know this wasn't the best review. I literally just kind of winged it. I didn't plan out this whole video at all. I just kind of winged it out because there's really nothing else to do out here because of this whole quarantine situation, and it sucks. And like, you know, the world's at a very interesting place right now. Hopefully when I get back, when they finally allow us to go out again, I'll film some more skateboarding for you guys, because I know that's really what I love to film a lot. So hopefully I can do that soon. But other than that, please stay home and stay safe and healthy, and we're gonna get through this. Yeah, just hang in there, and that's really all I have to say. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like on it. I know it wasn't the best, but you know, I haven't done this in a while, guys, so give me a break. So yeah, hopefully I can film more videos soon. If you guys want a Revive board, I will link their website in the description below. Definitely go try them out. They're really not terrible, and honestly, I had a lot of fun skating these boards. Yeah, but if you guys want to check them out, I'll leave the link to their website in the description below. Definitely try them at least once. They're really not bad. I really loved, I mean, like, for me personally, I loved them. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. Revive, keep up the good work, and yeah, that's really all I have to say. Stay safe, guys, and I hope you all enjoy. Subscribe if you want to see more from me. But that's all I have to say. Peace.